Hi friends, hope everyone is doing well. In this video I am talking about my new drone, the DJI Mini 4 Pro. Now I've got to say, I've been messing around with this thing for a few days now. I hope it's going to be a tremendous addition to my video production and photography work. I've got to say, it's tremendous. The technology on this thing is just unbelievable, and I am so looking forward to taking it on the road and shooting all over the world. So I just want to talk a bit about it now, and since there seems to be so much interest in this drone, I'm just gonna so I am out here in my local park in California, and I just want to show you what I've got. I've got the Fly More pack, I guess is what it's called, and it comes with this case and the version of the remote control that you see here. I guess it's the second version. It's all contained in one piece, no phone, and I've got the three batteries. Three batteries seems like it would be enough, but if you're on a shoot, I think somewhere like some kind of remote location, and you take the time to get to this remote location and everything, three batteries is not going to be enough. Even if you have 1 hour worth of shooting time, I think it's not enough. The thing about the battery situation is, yeah, it might last maybe 20-30 minutes each battery, but between, you know, all the hovering you have to do and setting up shots and to get to the places where you want the drone to be when shooting, you know, that is time consuming and it consumes batteries. So I would probably say if you're doing a lot of remote location shooting, you're going to need 6 batteries. Here is the actual drone. It comes with this belt thing here to protect the propeller so it doesn't flop around in the bag. It's a very good idea. And it opens. You have to be very careful, I think, opening it, because it doesn't look delicate, but it kind of is. So you open, it's very simple to open as long as you're gentle, you know, it's cool. And it's got this protective shield for the camera and the gimbal. It's very, very handy. So the technology on this thing is just utterly amazing. You know, learning how to fly is almost like an option. Learning how to fly is almost an option on this thing, because the computerized flight assistance that it gives you is just amazing. I am more of a hands-on guy, so I'm going to learn how to fly manually as well. Of course, that's what I'm doing right now at this local park. And yeah, what can I say about it? It's absolutely amazing technology. I would definitely invest in one of these things if you are a travel photographer, if you're out there doing a ton of well, travel work. You know, I think it's become an essential piece of gear, even if you're doing video things. Of course, now with this drone, you can shoot vertically instead of horizontally. Also, it has a true vertical shooting mode, because the gimbal, the camera, shoots vertically for all the Instagram things or whatever phone things, you know, now that we've consumed everything on the phone. Well, people, not photographers probably, but you know, I think for companies, for people looking to do promotions, the vertical shooting capabilities on this thing are pretty amazing. So the Follow, now there's this program called Follow. It tracks you through any situation you want to go, basically. There have been guys I've seen on YouTube already that have been riding bicycles and taking it through the forest and, you know, through a bunch of trees, and of course it's going to crash if you go at high speeds, you know, and you have a lot of thin leaves or thin tree trunks, you know, I don't think it sees that kind of stuff so well. But if you have a normal tree or anything to do with a normal kind of shooting, if you want to do the extreme tests, I mean, you can. It's probably gonna crash. But if you want to do anything normal that requires this type of technology, it's utterly amazing how it follows you. It's just tremendous. It avoids trees, you know, it avoids anything that might be in your way, as long as it's not like thin branches and stuff like that. It's just amazing. It has all around sensors now. I guess the Mini 3 didn't have sensors on the side. This one has on the front, back, sides, and bottom, everything. Utterly amazing piece of technology. That's what I've got to say about it. Video quality is super outstanding, and you know, I'm still playing around with all the settings, but it looks absolutely beautiful. Slow motion looks great. I mean, everything looks fantastic on the videos. There are some guys that think you should buy filters for the camera, but so far I don't see how that's absolutely necessary. If you have a decent skill at whatever, color correcting, or you know, LUTs on your video editing software, you're not going to need any filters unless you really want to go for it. You know? It's great to have, I guess, but it's not absolutely necessary, in my humble opinion, as a photographer and videographer of many years now all over the world. So yeah, what else can I say about it? I guess I'm gonna just give you a little deets here on my process. You take the battery out of the charging station. Is very, very handy. It's got these lights here that tell you when all the, you know, how the charge is going. You can also plug your phone into this. It's amazing, and you can use it as a charger. So it's very simple to slip in the battery there behind it, and you'll just tap on one bit like that and then hold it down for 2 seconds, and the drone will turn on. You'll see it goes, this kind of wakes up like this, and these lights back here tell you that the drone is on. Then with the remote control, it's the same type of thing. This is the new remote control, I guess, a self-contained unit. Just power button one time and then hold it down for 2 seconds, and it turns on. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's a very beautiful screen on this thing, and I gotta say, it's amazing technology what they've done with this. One of my problems as a pilot has been to, when the drone is returning, obviously all the controls are backwards, you know, right is left, left is right, so it becomes a bit confusing. But they have this thing on here where you can just return to home. It's a program in here called Return to Home, that the drone will return alone everywhere, wherever you started out, wherever you set as a home point for the drone will return on its own to you. Okay, so the antennas are very, very sturdy. They look great. I guess you have to have it pointed towards the drone when you're using it. They've got these little handles here for the remote control to make it a little bit easier to handle. These just screw on very easily. Now I'm a bit on the fence about these controls. It's almost easier without these pins. I don't know, I'm still getting used to the pins. I will say that the controls are very sensitive, and any maneuver you do, you have to be like acutely aware of what you're doing, because they will stop the drone abruptly. The gimbal, I must say, does an amazing job, and takes pretty smooth footage. So this is the power button here. These are the different modes. Cinematic mode makes the drone fly a little slower, more cinematic images or video. But frankly, I don't see much difference between normal and cinematic. And sport mode is when you want to fly fast, I guess. But if you put it on sport mode, then you will not have the obstacle avoidance that's built into this thing. All the sensors will be not functioning, so I keep it on normal all the time. This is basically a pause button. You have different buttons here if you want to shoot. This is photo. This is for the I guess you can actually assign different functions for these buttons. This one is just naturally from the factory comes. You can turn the gimbal down if you saw that, up, down. You can make it shoot vertical. Oh, I guess maybe the drone has to be on to change the camera like that. But yeah, it's really amazing. I think if you're gonna buy a drone, it's your first drone like me, this is an amazing product. I can't say enough about it. I do feel a little nervous when I take off and the drone starts to go far, you know. But if you keep within the FAA guidelines, you know, it's line of sight of flying, then I guess you're okay. But it's also incredibly handy to have this beautiful screen here, because you can see where the drone is, and with the GPS facility this thing has, it's almost impossible to lose it unless you crash into a fenced area where you can't get in, like some kind of I don't know, parking lot that's gated or whatever. I don't know where you would fly over such a thing like that, but it's going to be, you know, if it crashes in a gated area and you can't recover it, you're in trouble, I guess. I have seen, if you're flying over water, which I plan to do a lot, I have seen water skids with these things now that seem to work pretty well. So I'm like really thinking about buying that too, so they can land in water. Amazing. What else can I say about this thing? I guess I'm gonna make it fly for a second here. I'll just do a takeoff. Let me see. We're a little bit close. Let's just change positions here. A bit safer. Sorry, a bit off the cuff. I know I'm just improvising here with the video, but sometimes it's good that way. I always keep everything packed away in the storage case. I don't like leaving stuff around. If you're a photographer, you know one item that you could forget somewhere could be very costly. So we're just gonna take off. Okay, so you have a couple of different options for takeoff. You can either do it manually, but there's also a button that you use here on the screen, a takeoff button. I like to take off manually. It says the command, you just push both inwards, downwards like that, and the drone will start. Okay. Then to take off, it's very simple. Just easy command, upwards, and the thing does everything by itself. It's really pretty amazing. Like I said, amazing pieces of technology. I'm very impressed with this thing. Let's just have it fly a little for you. Let's turn around. Sorry about that. Okay, and just go forward. There she goes. It's amazing, amazing technology. Okay, I really love this thing. and I'm looking forward to shooting with it. It's pretty interesting to fly when you're flying it on manually. It's amazing technology. What more can I say? If you have any questions, please, let me know here on the comments section, and I look forward to hearing from you. Soon I will have some footage for you, and yeah, like that, I just wanted to touch base with everybody and let them know about this amazing thing that's a new stage in my photography and video production. Okay, peace out. All right, little guy, let's go.